Hello everyone. Today we're going to speak about our project, which is on optimization of the BEST scheduling. So let's discuss what are the problems with the current system. So first, if we see the bus timings are fixed. So like again, passengers have no idea of when the bus is going to arrive at their stops. So they do not trust the system that much. The second problem is the mismanagement of bus routes and frequency. So, like many buses are deployed through the same route, and hence the bus that arrives first is usually full, and the bus that arrives late is a bit empty. So again, that's not a proper use of resources. So how do you improve that? So the thing that we can do is improve the scheduling of these buses. If we improve the scheduling, basically everything gets sorted. There's no infrastructural changes required. There's no like huge amounts of investments required in changing the schedule. Basic schedule program can just improve the BST drastically. So how do you do that? So first we created a model network, which is like a very small network that represents buses and bus stops. We have four buses, four routes, and we have four bus stops. Right. So then we represent these buses with which go through a route which is a combination basically. So your bus one starts at bus stop two, it goes to bus stop three. Okay, hold on. Bus one starts at bus stop two, goes to bus stop three next, and then ends at bus stop one. It does not go to bus stop number 4, so hence we represent it as 0 and the rest as the order of which it goes. Similarly, we do this for all the three remaining buses. And then okay, so now that we know the route in place, so we know that there's a certain amount of people that stand on a bus stop that want to go to a particular bus stop. So here, for example, consider that I'm standing on bus stop number 2. So I can expect there to be a person that wants to go from bus stop number 2 to bus stop number 1. Similarly, I can expect 3 to go from bus stop number 2 to bus stop number bus stop number 2 to bus stop number 3. And similarly, I can expect 2 people to that want to go to bus stop number 4 from bus stop number 2. So we do this for 2 time instants, each of 5 minutes. So there's time instant, this is the first time instant and this is the second time instant. So overall we can expect 23 people to be there in the entire network at this first instant, and then I can expect 17 people to be there in the second time instant. So right now we have this also. So the third thing that we need is the time that it takes for a bus to go from a bus stop to the next bus stop. So for example, consider if a bus departs from bus stop number 2 and it goes towards bus stop number 1, it takes about 2 minutes. Similarly, if a bus starts at bus stop number 4 and wants to go to bus stop number 1, it takes about 5 minutes. So in this way, we can get the travel time that is required for a bus to go from one stop to another bus stop. This is also different depending on the time of day. Hence, we've made this as 2 distinct matrices, just like the demand matrix. Right. So now we have all of these data: the travel time, the demand, the routes also. So how do you evaluate which buses should I send? So what we do is we represent the schedule in a very binary format. So like 0 means I will not schedule the bus. 1 means I will schedule the bus. So here, if you consider this schedule, the 0001. Here I will schedule only bus stop 4. So what is the impact if I send only bus stop 4? So it will complete its journey within 2 minutes. This thing we get from the travel time matrix, that it takes 1 minute from bus stop 1 to bus stop 4 and another minute from bus stop 4 to bus stop 2. So overall travel time is 2 minutes. And similarly, we can see the demand it clears is like people that are on bus stop 1 that want to go to bus stop 4 and bus stop 2. So overall, there are 4 people that go to these respective bus stops. And then on bus stop 4, there's one person who wants to get in the bus and get out at bus stop 4. So we have the people that the demand that we've served. We have the revenue that we generate from it. So we have a lot of factors like we got the revenue also. We know the cost that it will take. So it ran for 2 minutes. So it spent fuel for 2 minutes. Plus there will be some cost that will be associated, a fixed cost that will be associated with the operation of BEST. And we know that we've served 5 people out of the entire 40 people. So what we do is we evaluate similarly all the other 16 possible all the other combinations, which is 16 in total. So we have the associative parameters. So how do you know which is the best? So we assign something called as objective function or fitness function to every schedule, which is just a measure of how fit the schedule is. We do that by defining fitness as revenue upon cost plus serve demand upon total demand. So total demand is something that we expect people to be there, and serve demand is how many people that will be served with the schedule. Right. So if we observe fitness of schedule number 9, which is 1.8. Right, 1.8 is best when compared to all the other schedules. So if we send bus number 1 and bus number 4, it is basically the best possible schedule that we can follow. And we get now we know that we can get the best possible schedule from the model network. So how do we go to the real network aspect?
So this network has assumed parameters of route matrix, demand matrix, and the time travel matrix. So how do we get to the real data part? So this is the real-time data that we have retrieved from BST, 15.1 GB with 5 crore lines. So one passenger goes from maybe this stop to another stop. So we need to retrieve this data in the same manner to get into the route matrix, the demand, and the time travel matrix. So we have built in a code which will extract the set of data. So if we want the data for this particular date and between these particular time slots and for these combination of routes and nodes, we get in a particular set of route combinations, a particular set of nodes, and here we get in the demand, the route matrix, the time sections, the demand for each of the time slots, and the time difference for each of the time slots. This is how we extract the data. Now, we need to run this whole data in the genetic algorithm and get in the best case. So here is another program where we've run in the same dummy data parameters, and since case 9 is the best case, this is what it generates. So case 9, this is the best case, which means that for a particular time slot, bus 1 and bus 4 will be deployed and bus 2 and bus 3 will not be deployed. So this is what we are trying to achieve.
Thanks for watching.